You know, it's safe to say. I mean, who wouldn't want your kid to grow up to be like Tim Tebow?
I wouldn't. You kidding me? What, you nuts?
My kid already gets rid of the ball faster.
I know he's a man without a position at the next level, I hear. They don't know what to do with him. Too bad, really.
After winning that Heisman Trophy, the first ever sophomore to do so, Tebow, a two-time recipient of the Maxwell Award, owns 4 NCAA, 13 SEC, and 25 school records. One of the great leaders in the history of college football.
I am going to throw up, and I'm going to do it very soon now. If you do that again to me, don't.
Seriously, Tom Brenneman. That stuff last year was
that wasn't enough. Well, now it's this.
Or did he get so much criticism that he's doubling down on it? He's just going to be the guy following him around, fanning him with palm fronds and licking his asshole.
Yeah, he's got to put away the Slurpee. The thing about that group, Tebow spot, it's more than just the advocate, the anti-abortion thing.
No, Tebow's group is creepy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's more than just anti-abortion. Look, I'm not going to argue abortion when, whatever. But the fact is, the rest of it is just downright damn 18th century creepy. So
that same group blamed 9/11 on abortion.
Yeah. No gay rights. It's just really, it's just very creepy. It's beyond the abortion. Look, abortion is a very impassioned thing to very, very many people across the country. I get it. We avoid it. But I'm just telling you that it's you can look at it and say, well, the abortion thing, we can get back. But it's more than that when you put this group on center stage. Well, for those who've listened to the show over a long period of time, and hell, he was part of this radio station for a while, I have this tendency, even though I like him, we always have gotten along, to give Rick Tellender occasionally a rough ride. And I mean, not like a rough ride in a limo, but I mean just a rough ride in general. That column he wrote today on the whole Tebow thing, spot on. Absolutely terrific and ballsy to write it. And ballsy to write it, because we've dealt enough with religious topics and just getting a taste of it, because we really don't delve into it, because I think it ought to be kind of kept to yourself, but apparently others don't. Just terrific. I don't know if I'm sure you read it, and I don't know if you enjoyed it as much as I did.
I wanted to stand up and applaud.
Yep. Absolutely spectacular. It is a column that I don't know how many guys around the country would have the nuts to write. I really don't. I really don't, because you're always treading on dangerous ground when you get into that kind of stuff. And to Rick Tellender, a huge tip of the fedora.
For him to, anybody to stand up and say the Tim Tebow religious stuff is ridiculous.
Yep. Yep, not only him, but anybody who does it. Any athlete, any sport, but especially this stuff with Tebow and everything that goes on. And I did not realize he even taught me something. And I likes to learn something once in a while. I didn't realize until he wrote it that actually all that stuff, the eye things, that's against the college rules. That you're not supposed to be able to do that as part of your get up on a Saturday afternoon.
I didn't know that either, because he's saying that the NCAA rulebook states that nothing but a player's number, a player's name, NCAA football logo, memorial recognition, the American flag, or institution, conference, or game identification are permitted on a player's person or tape.
Yeah.
He says, is it possible Tebow was cut some slack because people like him and nobody wanted to offend the Christian right? Mm-hmm. Or that the powers that be agreed with him?
I think, to be honest with you, I think Rick's right on that. I mean, not only spot on everything. I think he's right about that too. Because do you have a better explanation or a different one?
Nope.
I don't. I think he's the. I mean, really, a rule is a rule, except for the great Tim Tebow. Anyway, he took out a very difficult subject, I think, for a lot of people to think about, and particularly in the sports section, particularly in sports these days where it's so prevalent, where there's prayer circles and chapels and all the other stuff that goes on. I compliment Rick on it from start to finish, and I felt much the same way. Standing ovation time for Rick Tellender.
And he knew that his inbox would fill up with all of the freaks saying, well, he's trying to save people's souls, and I'll save your soul, and that's when you get all that bizarre stuff that shows up.
We know that well.
I know that well. I know it well from the emails and the voice messages. Well, you don't know because you're going to hell, and you don't know because you don't know the truth, and I know the truth, and I'm only doing this because I love you, and I'm doing this because I love humanity, and that's why he's trying to help. I mean, all that stuff
Garbage.
that just makes you want to throw up.
Yep.
But I'm sure he's dealing with that now.
Oh, there's no question. That's why I say it is a, we have a lot of people in this city writing stuff that's absolutely silly and absurd. Just like, come on. You're not dealing with children here. I mean, if that's what you really think, then that's unfortunate. But Rick to write that, just a reaction he's going to get. And it's not reaction from anybody who should really matter. Because if you actually read the thing, you understand exactly what it is saying, and he couldn't be more right about all of it. And I know his inboxes and an email, whatever, he's just probably going crazy. But I think that if you're going to be fair about it, when you ride somebody, when you give them grief, you also must, without fail, point out when they're just absolutely brilliant, and that's what he was.
Clay in Decatur. There's a lot of it. He's on the score. Hi, Clay.
Hi, guys. This might be another dumb argument, just to give you a heads up. I enjoy your program. I love listening to you guys. I get you guys all the way out here in Central Illinois, towards the evening and so forth. But I kind of got a bone to pick here.
Please do.
When the Cubs and Sox were pretty much done, you guys were kind of harping, hey, I can't wait till football starts. We got our quote-unquote franchise quarterback. And the guy was one of the worst quarterbacks in the league this year.
No, he wasn't.
Well, yes, he was.
No, he wasn't.
Well, look at the record. Just hear me out here.
I'm happy to hear what you have to say, but that statement is just wrong. He's not one of the worst quarterbacks in the league.
Okay. How is the team judged? Whether they win a championship, correct?
Okay.
Okay. Now, let's take a look. At least get to the playoffs. Bring the Bears to the playoffs.
What's your argument?
What's your argument?
What are you saying? Was Cutler disappointing to a lot of people? Yeah, of course he was. It's a very disappointing year for the Bears.
Okay, hold on a second. So now Tim Tebow, who's never taken a quarterback snack in the pros, you guys are sitting there harping on a guy
because he's awful.
That has never taken
he can't play.
Can't play, Clay.
Because Cutler can't play.
Whoa! Wait a second. Hold on a second. Okay, before I get too angry, I have to take a deep breath, and I'm going to count to 10.
Take a deep breath.
Clay, do you think Tim Tebow is a better quarterback than Jay Cutler?
I think that he hasn't had a chance, and you guys...
No. Hold on a second. Did you see Cutler play in college?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
On athletic ability, absolutely, Tim Tebow is better.
What college?
Athletic ability, absolutely.
That's wrong. What college did Cutler play for?
I have no clue. But
wait a second. You just said you saw him play in college.
No, I said I saw Jay Cutler play in the pros this year.
No, but my question is, did you see Jay Cutler play in college?
I did not.
Okay, so then I'm not quite sure how you can make a statement like this when Cutler's already been to an NFL Pro Bowl.
How can you guys make a statement about a guy who's never taken an NFL
snap? It's called scouting, right? Why do you think all those guys?
You guys are saying you guys scouted with the franchise quarterback.
Clay, he is the franchise quarterback. He had a bad year. He's still a franchise quarterback. Clay, that's what he is.
What do you think? All those guys at the Senior Bowl, all those NFL scouts at the Senior Bowl, why do you think they're there?
Why do I think they're there?
Yeah.
What, do you want me to say it because they're good?
Why do you think those NFL scouts are there? What do you think they're doing?
They're trying to find out if they can play in the pros.
Okay, and what do they look for?
They look for guys who are good or the elite in college.
Right, now, what specific skills at these practices do they look for?
Hey, I'm not a scout, but you guys aren't a scout either.
Clay.
I'm enough of a scout to give you that. We can give you the basics of it.
I'm a better scout than you are. And I will tell you this.
3 years after I'm dead, I'll be a better scout than you are.
And what do you think the Senior Bowl particularly, the Senior Bowl, over the years has been for regarding college quarterbacks' transition to the NFL? What do they look for?
I don't know what they look for.
Well, do you want me to tell you?
Oh, sure.
Okay. Well, particularly quarterbacks that are in college systems that are not used in the pros and don't translate well to the pros, they run NFL offense instead. And they look for NFL skills. They look for NFL mechanics. They look for reads, reactions, progressions, ball skills, whether or not the right receiver is found after taking a snap from center and turning back to the field, whether all the pro throws can be made. That's what they do.
Okay.
Okay. And that's why Tim Tebow is going to have trouble finding a full-time job because he can't do those things. And if you watch Tebow this year, what NFL skills did you see from him? Not college skills, NFL skills. Things that he did that translate well to the pro game.
He wins.
No. That's not what I'm asking. That's not a criteria.
That's a no.
You asked what I saw.
No.
The Boers don't say he wins.
No, that's not. No.
They don't draft quarterbacks because he wins.
Danny Werfel won. Ken Dorsey won.
Yeah.
Gino Toretta won.
Rex
a bunch
Grossman
of
won.
Andre Ware, Grex Grossman, a bunch of Heisman Trophy winners. That's not a criterion. That's not how it works. What I'm asking you is what skills of his quarterbacking skills translate well to the pros that he has.
Listen, guys, all I know
Clay, tell me. I didn't ask that. I didn't ask about the outcome of the game. I am asking you
because he's.
No, I'm just asking you. Give me one quarterbacking skill he has that translates well to the NFL.
Guys, I'm just going to stick with the win.
No, Clay, that's not what I'm asking.
That's why you're
not answering the question.
That's why you're indicating.
You're not answering the question. Answer the question.
Personal.
Answer, Clay.
A guy who's never
yes, you can. That's a scout's job to do that.
That's exactly what you do.
That is not a scout.
Well, you're not either. You said he wins.
Clay, yes, I am. I do watch these guys, and I've spent years watching these guys. And
we go a little more in depth than because he wins.
That's the because he wins argument is not used by scouts.
It's dumb, Clay. You got to stop that.
Yes, you can.
I prefaced the conversation by saying this could be another dumb argument.
Then why would you waste our time with it?
Why waste it? Yeah, we're done with you, Clay.
I'm trying to tell you guys that you guys are shooting somebody down.
Clay, that is a scout's job. A scout's job is to do that. But scouts are doing that for the same reasons that we're giving you. That's the point. That if you talk to scouts, if you talk to NFL people, and they tell you why it's going to be a tough road to hoe for this guy, it's for these reasons. And I'm telling you what scouts say about him. And when you say you can't shoot a guy down, if going by that, you'd have a lot of bankrupt NFL teams because it's your job to make these decisions and shoot these guys down. If your entire scouting consists of looking at a team's record and then assuming that everybody on that team can play NFL football, can't you understand how dumb that is? Okay.
There's an example for you in the Super Bowl.
No, this is
because the guy who's playing for the Indianapolis Colts never won at Tennessee, any big games.
And the year after you left, they won.
Exactly. T. Martin came in, and you can use the Florida argument, too. What's the kid's name that was here for Chris, what's his name, at Florida? Chris Leak, who was the driving force behind the national championship that Florida won with
Stay in Decatur.
Stay in Decatur in your ignorance. Really, it's a good place for you, Clay.
And Jay Cutler didn't win at Vanderbilt, and he was a Pro Bowl quarterback in the pros.
You can't shoot him down. Yes, you can, and you have to. Otherwise, you've got teams drafting Danny Werfel and Shane Matthews. This is a really stupid argument.
Well, he said he warned us it was going to be a dumb argument, and he couldn't have been more correct. Lot home is right here. He's participating. That's what he does. He yumps right in.
Hello, man.
What's going on tonight, my friend?
We got a lot of stuff tonight. I'm going to jump in and talk a little bit about.
Want to talk to Clay again?
No.